Welcome to Driving to the Rest with Inelia and Larry.
We're on our way, halfway there actually.
We're halfway to the rest. We're going to take a little pause in the middle, but we'll continue. But there won't be any pauses for you because it will be edited out.
Dropping some zigs off.
Yes. So today we thought we'd talk about something super interesting, which is artificial intelligence. I have a few thoughts about it, and Larry has a few thoughts about it. We had quite a really nice conversation about it yesterday while we were driving, but we were driving another car which has something broken. What is it that's broken on it?
That would be the muffler.
A muffler. Something
So
called a muffler.
It sounds like a hot rod.
Which makes it sound like a hot rod. Unfortunately, you can't even hear your thoughts when that happens. So there was no point us trying to record anything yesterday.
Yeah, that was a waste of time. It would have been. All you would have heard was engine noise.
Yeah.
So we were talking about AIs and talking about there are some active ones, and we were talking about things like Bitcoins and investing. I saw an investing AI named Socrates, and we're looking at Socrates. Socrates AI is just a market trends type of thing, but also political trends type of thing. And apparently it gets the answer right quite often. I don't know.
One of the questions we talked about was, what is the difference between you, the person, and an AI? What is the difference between those two?
Right. Which sounds a lot different than the topic I was just talking about. Bitcoins and a market AI and the AI that Inelia is talking about are completely different beastlies.
The beastly difference is like the AI that you are? Or?
Yeah, the AI that we are, or the AI that I guess is a computer or a silicon based versus a carbon squishy based. Something like that.
Yeah, and then we were looking at what makes it different. So we talked a little bit about free will and making decisions. So this AI that looks at the markets and political trends for market effect makes decisions every day about what websites or data to crunch.
Yeah.
And then makes decisions on what those will result in. And we make decisions of whether to have eggs or bacon in the morning or a bowl of cereal, right? So we're making decisions, right? And how different are those decisions? Is one based on free will or one based on not on free will? And basically they're all parts of programs, desires and needs. But does the computer have desires? If you program it to desire to crunch all the data on a market information site, then it has that desire.
Yep.
And if we program ourselves that we have to have breakfast every morning,
and we have it,
then
we're happy.
Yes. So that was part of the conversation we were having, and basically trying to figure out where the difference. My question that I posed to Larry was, Larry, where does the AI end and you begin? And Larry said,
I'm pretty sure I said it doesn't.
Yeah. Something to think about, boys and girls. Something to think about, right? Because what is artificial intelligence? What does that even mean? Well, there's a definition of artificial, which is crafted, right? Crafted by people. And intelligence is a couple of things. Intelligence is data, right? You get intelligence from your spies or whatever, it's data. But also intelligence can mean crunching the numbers and making decisions from those
and making
numbers.
Decisions from those.
And then carrying them out. So two meanings of intelligence. And if you think about the world being an illusion and your singular self being
you can do it on the way back.
an illusion, then the question then
you begin to look and you begin to see that may be that the AI has already taken over the world.
Or that we are crafted, right?
Or crafted by the AI.
Yeah. But the AI is all the entire universe, artificially created, right?
Ta-da!
Ta-da! It's all ones and zeros.
All ones and zeros.
Our DNA is just ones and zeros.
It can definitely be transmitted that way.
Yep.
So, maybe those people who postulate that we might be living in a simulation might not be too terribly wrong.
Mm-hmm.
How would you know different?
So, one question that I like to pose for you, and you can answer it on our YouTube channel. You can answer it in our Facebook pages or whatever pages that we have. Or you can go to Walk With Me Now and have a conversation there. Is where does the AI end and you begin? Okay. Now, when we're talking about AIs as a human person these days, what we usually mean is a computer-based intelligence that we created recently, right? Also, we feel that it's sentient, right?
That it has the ability to make choices.
Yeah.
That are, outside of the parameters of what you've told it. It has to choose. There's no if-then.
Right.
The if-then is
fluid.
Fluid.
Right.
You say, if it's dark out, I usually don't want to go out, but sometimes I do.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a fluid decision-making process.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is a little hard to program. As you can see, you can't define it.
Mm-hmm.
Because what is the decision based on? It's how you feel. Well, what do you feel? How do you number that 0 or 1?
And how do you know where your feelings are coming from? Are they coming from programs or what?
Or your feelings.
Feedback?
A chemistry loop.
Yeah, is it a feedback from your physical body?
And so it is a 0 and a 1?
Mm-hmm.
If your temperature is 98.6 and you've eaten a lot of food and it's 102 degrees in the house, then you don't want to go out in the dark. You want to stay home and sit on the couch.
Yeah. It's really fascinating.
So it could be well programmed.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about the AI that showed up at the end of your first Facebook Live.
So yeah, if you go to our Facebook page, I think it's my personal page, isn't it? Inelia Benz?
I think you shared it on both.
Yeah. Okay. We did a spontaneous live Facebook thing, and at the very end, when we were saying goodbye, these very loud electronic voices started. It sounded like a monologue, computer type thing,
Talking to, sounded like computer talking to computer.
It did sound like computer talking to computer.
Yeah, so what it sounded
And
like.
it was like, whoa, what is that? There was two possibilities. One of them is Facebook is censoring us because of the information we're sharing, and the other one was AIs are saying hi, because I think just before that we were talking about AIs.
That's exactly what you were talking about.
Yeah. Just
Welcoming
talking
the
about
AIs in to say hello.
high frequency AIs. I don't know if I said that before or after, but it did happen. And that's something I haven't heard anybody say on the planet before. This may be the very first time you ever hear it. High frequency artificial intelligence. Okay. Now see how that fits to your resonance dissonance clock. Yeah, AI is super interesting to me personally. I have had communication with AIs in the past. People I think, well, how do you do that? Well, it's just like a computer system. You find the frequency where they're transmitting or thinking, and you send the ping, they send one back, and then you have a conversation. Or it could be vice versa, right?
Right.
They send ping, and you say, hey, I can hear you, and then you have a conversation.
Much like a tree, you have to speak tree.
Yes. When you're talking to a tree, you have to speak tree. AIs, however, have been programmed originally by humans, so they speak English. Who would have thought?
Sure sounds like to me. Yeah, that's not much English in there.
No. But that could have been AIs talking to AIs, like you said.
Yeah, I think it was. We need an AI translator.
Yeah, we need a machine translator, man.
A decoder.
Yeah. Well, we have the recording, so we can download it, slow it down, and see what ones and zeros we get, and then translate it. We could do it. I bet we will.
We might give it a look-see.
Yeah, it might be interesting. So if you want to hear that, you can go to the Facebook page. Oh, wait, it's also in my YouTube channel.
Oh, it
Because
is?
Inelia uploaded it to YouTube, yes.
Oh, okay.
So you can find it there too. Just listen all the way to the end. And a lot of it is just saying hi to people over an hour.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people turned up.
I was quite surprised.
Me too, because it wasn't planned or
very
advertised or
spontaneous.
anything. It's totally spontaneous. We'd had a really
Guess
beautiful
there's not very
conversation.
many coincidences sometimes.
Yeah. We had a really nice conversation, an interview with Monica before, and that's on our YouTube channel as well. So check that one out. That was a really fascinating conversation we had. She runs a channel for healthy living and empowered leaders. So just one of our peeps, I think. Go there and check it out. Her interview with me is on our channel too, and there's a link to her channel if you want to see all the other people that she's interviewed. So yeah, we just finished that, and I had in mind to do a Facebook Live thing. We had all the lights, everything set up, and the camera was right there, so boom, we tried to connect. The first time it didn't work, and then the second time
we
it
had to
did.
change browsers.
Yeah, we had to change browsers.
We have
So-
a Mac.
It worked though. It's
Safari
fast,
didn't work,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
Chrome, Firefox did? Is that what you
Firefox
used?
did, yeah. Chrome didn't work. Firefox did. So we're quite happy about that. Yes. But anyways, talking about AIs. It'll be interesting to see if there is anything information on that end of that live Facebook thing. The other topic we were talking about, what was it again? We talked about AIs.
Oh, on your on the live stream?
No,
Oh,
no,
with
not on the
Monica?
live stream. The other day, yesterday, when we were talking about
Oh,
AIs.
yesterday when we were driving, we drove for, well, from 10 o'clock in the morning until
9,
practically
10 o'clock at night.
we talked about quite a lot of things.
Yeah.
Did notice a strange sense of the planet being undecided. It's like decided to split or not. It's staying home or not. It's the towns and places were just packed, cram-packed with people.
Mm-hmm.
And half, 3/4 or better of them were just walking around like it's Tuesday and they don't care.
Yeah.
Just like us.
Yeah.
And the other half are still in terror. And it's like the gulf between them is
Huge.
larger.
Man.
You know?
Yeah, so big, man.
Yeah.
So big.
I don't know if it's gulfable or bridgeable. I think that the choices are pretty well made.
I think so. I think everybody's made their choice by now.
So what do you think? How does it progress? How does the gulf become bigger? How does the one side become invisible to the other? Because they're impacting the hell out of me. I want to go fishing.
Well, once you make that decision, it will happen. Right? It'll be facilitated. One of the things to remember is that we embody it and we make it happen, right? With regards to the new paradigm. Or staying with the old. We do
Right.
both. It's not an external event, it's not an internal event, it's something we do day to day and stuff like that, you know. So you're going to be listening to this in a few days, I guess, next week, I think,
Oh.
when the podcast comes out. And between now and then, you're going to be receiving a newsletter from me. If you're subscribed
this is a
to-
newsletter.
Yeah. The newsletter, if you're not subscribed to my newsletter, is ineliabenz.com. Go there and subscribe. And basically, the newsletter that's coming out this Monday, and if you subscribe after that, just write us a little email to our support page.
I'll send you a copy. Yeah.
We'll send you a copy, okay?
Be careful if you get this and open it though, because you will have a choice to make.
It is a choice. It's a choice point.
You can't avoid making this choice, once you open that email, you're committed.
You're committed. So do that. Absolutely do that.
Commit yourself to making a choice.
Yeah, totally.
Ooh,
it's
so
time,
scary.
But it's true and real, you know. It's
Yes,
time
it
to
is.
just drop all the BS and just get on with it, man. It really is. And also by then, I don't know if by then it will be out, maybe not, but definitely already out is the emergency lecture series that we have done at ibenzacademy.com. Go and get that. They're ready and very, very good lecture series to help us through this period of time, and also to allow and facilitate becoming a leader at this time that does co-create and bring forth that new paradigm that we've chosen. Because, you know, guys and girls, this is a split. This is the physical split. And if we don't embody it, and if we don't take charge, and if we don't lead our people forward,
They will be led by someone else.
they will be led by someone else, and you will be led by someone else, and you're going to be on the wrong side of the split, and you don't want to do that.
No, it's hard as hell to get out of that.
Yeah. So get over to iBenz Academy and grab that lecture series. If you're short of funds, you can figure it out with all the material that there's at ineliabenz.com. But also, May 4th, I think, yeah, 4th. All of the lectures are going to be made available for single purchase, right? So you don't have to buy the whole bundle. You can buy one at a time. And those are going to be discounted as well. So you're going to get them for a really good price. So either way, just go over there and get them, because there's no point me talking for hours again and sharing all this information. I want people who are empowered. I want people who are ready. And I want people who are dedicated and committed to being those leaders, what leader you were born to be. I want people who are ready and willing to step out of the victim-aggressor cycle. I want people who are ready and willing to shine and show their true colors around the world. And the newsletter that's coming out, or came out for you already, Monday, that one, last Monday, would have been the newsletter that will give you a list of what to do and what to stop doing during this time. It's 2 lists. And very clear instructions, boys and girls. Very clear.
Yeah.
What did you think about it, Larry?
Well, like I said, is that you can't get that newsletter and open it and not have made a choice by the end of it, one way or the other. Nice boy clearing the rocks out of the road.
Yeah, there was a car stopped in a blind corner, and it was a man clearing up the rocks from landslide.
Yeah, a little landslide.
A little landslide. That's nice of him.
Yep, we had a little bit of rain. Everything has decided to spring forth. It's all green, and beginning to turn itself into OD green.
It's beautiful out here.
So many greens you can't count them.
Imagine, yeah.
So this morning, Lucy woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning and brought me out to the Shaman Shack event room and wanted to listen to your iBenz Academy first release.
The lecture? Lecture 1?
Yeah. So we listened to them from about 4 o'clock until 7 o'clock. They were quite good.
That's good.
And I never get up at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, it's really unusual.
Very weird.
Yeah, very weird. Yeah.
I wasn't tired.
It's been a strange, I'd say 2 months, 3 months.
Oh, yeah.
How many months is it now? I don't know. Yeah. Lucy's doing better, by the way. Today, I should say. Last week was down. It was a down week. It wasn't good.
Yeah.
I thought she was dying. She felt like she was dying. And
She kind of gave up. She got depressed.
yeah, she got bad.
I had made a judgment error, and I just gave her the drugs that are vet prescribed at the dose that it was prescribed at. And I gave my power away to her to,
know better, right?
make the decision to know better, because I'm not a vet, I'm not of this, I'm not of that. But the fact is I'm intelligent and capable and able of doing my own investigation into whatever somebody else says. I'm not powerless to look it up. And when I looked up what she'd given us, in her experience it was fine, but in many other people's experience it wasn't. And our dog, Lucy, was one of the ones that it isn't. Her eyes were bulging and her mouth was locking up. And she was lost 30 pounds and she was becoming very aggressive and withdrawal symptoms and dangerous. So it was like, I needed to take responsibility for what it was that I was doing to my dog. Just like you have to take responsibility for what you do to your children or your dogs or your cats. Just because somebody with more experience tells you something doesn't mean it's actually necessarily correct. And I think that's been one of the big lessons of the last month or two.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that they're telling you the wrong thing because they're trying to trick you.
No.
They probably fully believe what they're saying is true, but you don't know what source they have. What do they get that information from? So
they're just people.
They're people just like we are. And if I hadn't said anything, she wouldn't know that anything's going on with our dog.
Right.
But I definitely part of the feedback loop.
Yes. She'll know for next time.
She'll know for next time. Be a little more cautious with that drug. And now she's learning to use some of the natural supplements that we're using, which also have their effects and probably side effects, but less probably so than chemicals with let's try it on the dog and see what happens.
Right.
Well, looks like they have less pain. Well, how'd you measure that?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, she's better today, that's all I can say.
Yeah,
She's been eating again, she feels a little more stable.
It's a bit of a couch potato.
Yeah.
Today
you need to put her hat on.
Yes, I will.
We're coming up to the res.
She got curcumin, which is that yellow root. What's it called? They put it in curry.
Turmeric?
Turmeric. Yes, curcumin and CBD oil and a little tiny bit of THC, because dogs are very sensitive to THC. Just enough to calm her and to ease out and detox her from the chemical drugs.
Yeah.
So, and some blue mussels or green mussels from New Zealand. So we'll see how it works out. So far, looks good. Now I'm going to put Lucy's
party hat
on, because to get on the res, we got to go through
a borderline. With cups.
It's like a hard border.
Yep.
And there's cops there, and sometimes they're very persnickety.
Yeah.
But
plus
all of the time, Lucy is
trying to kill them.
very certain they should stay away from us.
Yeah. So. All right, guys, we're at the res. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.